Hi guys, how are you guys doing? It's been a minute, not really a minute, but anyways, I think I dropped a video last week. Have you guys seen the video? If you've not seen the video, please watch it at the end of this video. Thank you very much. Anyways, how are you guys doing? Hear me see here, as you guys all know. Welcome to this channel again. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the community. Thank you so much to everyone that has been active on my channel, liking my posts, sharing to their friends, commenting. I see you guys. Thank you so much. And if you're just new here or you just like stumbled on this video and you're not yet part of this community, please do click on the subscribe button below, subscribe to this channel, support us so that we can grow together this year. What have I been up to lately? I think lately I've just been busy with work, with travel, and also I've just been everywhere literally. The reason why I thought of talking about this subject or this topic today is just because, like, as Nigerians, when it comes to the subject of relocation, there's always, most times, there's always like two or three countries that come up within the Nigerian circle. One is the UK, another one is Canada, and I think the third one is the US. But now, because of the whole, like, I don't know, everything that is going on with the US, I think most Nigerians are kind of reconsidering even traveling to the US. So I would say UK and Canada is like the top two for most Nigerians. But actually, I'm not here to talk about the UK, right? Because I mean, UK is just beside France, it's not so far from France. So today I'm going to be talking about why I'm actually going to choose France over Canada every single day. So I'm not saying Canada is a bad country, Canada is good. Canada is a country that has its pros and it also has its cons. For me personally, I'm just going to be talking about why I would choose France over Canada every day, anytime. Like, if you wake me up from my sleep, I would choose France. And these are the reasons why. First of all, let's talk about the most obvious one, location. So, I mean, if you've grown up in Africa, I grew up in Nigeria for the most part of my life before moving to France. And to be honest, I was not about relocating to somewhere that was so far from home. I just wanted somewhere that, is so close that I can easily like access. So, for example, like, if I want to go to Nigeria tomorrow, it's just 6 hours, like 6 hours direct flight. I'm going to be in Nigeria tomorrow or in Lagos tomorrow morning. So it's so easy. But I feel like when you're traveling to Canada or like, yeah, if you're traveling to Canada, you have to think of like spending like 10 hours, 15 hours on a flight, sometimes even like a whole day. Like, why? So, for those people that usually have layovers, it's even longer, like more than 15 hours travel. Like, why am I traveling for 15 hours to a country? Like, for me, I feel like location is very important because of family. Like, for me, I always love being close to people that I love. So if my family is Nigeria, I feel like it only makes sense for me to just be somewhere that is not so far from them, that is easily accessible. It's just a lot of logistics, when it comes to like traveling to Canada. I mean, it's a country I can visit. I even have phobia for heights. So flying in a plane for me, like, I don't want to be there for too long. 6 hours is enough. Like, what am I doing? Like, can we just arrive, please? So for me, in terms of location, I would choose France over Canada. We're not talking about UK, right? Maybe another day I'm going to do another video for France or UK. To be honest, I would still choose France. I'm not being biased, but I mean, that's just the truth. For me, proximity is always very important. Proximity is like, one of the top things for me. Lagos, Nigeria, West Africa, it feels closer to Europe in general. So for me, in terms of location, geography, proximity, I would always choose France over Canada. Let's just keep that as that. My next point would be that Canada offers very, very good immigration routes. So there are different ways for you to move to Canada. I know there's the PR, there's the student, way. There's like getting a job, via I think some kind of special types of jobs you have to have, and then they kind of fasten your immigration process. I think Canada has very good opportunities when it comes to like, different immigration routes. But for me, I think immigration is not about just money. I think for PR, you even have to have a certain amount of money in your bank account before you can move to Canada. You have to have like a stipulated sum of money in your account. So for me, I feel like Canada is just a country that is trying to come together, bring people from different countries, different races to kind of contribute to their economic system. And I feel like for France, France already has like a rich history. Like, they have this very rich historical background. And it makes more sense to me because, like, I'm looking for a life where I can be social, that I can feel connected to something. And if you guys don't know, like, I will say it every time. Like, for me, I studied French language. I would always say that. So I studied about France for the longest time, and it just made sense to me to actually be in a country where, like before I came here, I already fell in love with the country itself. I fell in love with the history. I fell in love with the language. I fell in love with everything that has to do with French. And I know in Canada there is a French part. In Quebec, I think Montreal. I think that does not cut it for me, because I'm going to come back to why it doesn't cut it for me. But anyways, for me, I feel like France just has a very rich history. It has like a good social historical background, and for me, like, I think my why is still very very grounded in the fact that I feel like there is just so much depth to France as a country. This may be very this may be a hot take right now. Like, for me, this is my hot take. I feel like France has more history, and I don't want to go too much into history because there is still some parts that are very very dicey. But for me, I would say that just socially, culturally, I think France just has it for me. And for me, this ties into my next point, right? And we're going to talk about the weather. So for me, it's like I've been in Nigeria for the longest part of my life, and then moving out of Nigeria is like I'm not about to leave 32 degrees in Nigeria, like summer. I think the coldest it can go in Lagos, to be honest, like maybe I don't know if it has ever been 18 degrees in Lagos before. I'm not sure. But like, imagine going from that kind of climate in Nigeria and moving to a country that is like minus 30 degrees. For me, is like mind blowing. I'm not going to leave my comfort and go to discomfort in terms of weather. So when I talk about social life, I think the weather contributes to the kind of social life you have. Like in Canada, there is this whole winter period where people are just stuck in their houses with their family. So imagine if you don't even have like family and you go to Canada and you're stuck in your house for like 3 months just because you can't come out because of the snow. I feel like that is not life. Guys, are you with me? Do you guys agree with me on this? I feel like life is not supposed to be that hard. God is the creator of the whole universe. Yes, I know that God is the one that created Nigeria. He's also the one that created Canada. But if I have a choice to choose, like, if I didn't grow up Canadian, but if I have a choice to choose, I'm not going to go by myself to Canada because the cold is crazy. For me, it's like I feel like the weather in Europe generally, the weather in France is tolerable. Like, there is no extreme weather conditions. I mean, during summer it can get really hot sometimes, and during winter it can get really cold, but it doesn't last for a long period of time. Like for me, I think weather is really important, and that contributes to your social life. That contributes to how you feel generally. Like, I've never been stuck in my house for 3 months. When I hear stories of people being stuck in their houses for months because of snow and everything, I'm just like, this is why people would go into like depression. Let's just not even go into that part, but I feel like life is for living, and France offers you a full life, it offers you like a fullness, when it comes to living life to the fullest. Like, France just has it. I don't know how to explain, but guys, are you with me on this, or is it just me? Let me know in the comments. So my next point will be about the work-life balance, right? In France, there is this work-life balance that exists that protects both the employer and the employee. I feel like everyone that works in France, over like if you're coming as a student, or if you're coming as, I don't know, maybe like for work, I feel like it's even easier if you're coming for work compared to coming as a student. I mean, if you have scholarship, that's also fine. But I feel like France offers a very, very solid work-life balance in terms of, like, when you're working, you're not living to work. You're working to live. I don't know how to explain it. You're not living to work. So like, your life is not 24/7 work, 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 work. Like, there is this balance, right? Even when it comes to like paid vacations, they offer that in full. There is no like you're not literally like in survival mode all the time. Like, it just gives you this kind of peace of mind, whereas like there's everything that works, administrative wise. I mean, the paperwork is crazy, yeah, but then it's like there you still have like a work-life balance. There are holidays in between work periods. There are vacations. There's paid leave. France also protects your personal time. you're not you're not in survival mode all the time. Imagine you're in Canada, right? Plus the cold, plus the hustling. I feel like Nigerians, we are hustlers, right? And imagine doing all that in the cold. It's like you're in survival mode. You're just there is no, I don't know, like I feel like when I hear stories of people in Canada, I'm just like I can't relate because it's like where is the balance? We need balance in life. And I feel like once you understand what life is, what contributes to your happiness in life, you would see that life is not supposed to be hard. So for me, I'm not bashing Canada to say Canada is not, I mean, there are people in Canada that have like soft life, that are living the life. I mean, it didn't take just one day to get there. Like it took like a process for you to get to that point where it's like you're living the life. But then I'm talking about just for basic Nigerians, like, people that are just, um, students or like just coming up, right? I feel like work-life balance is very important. The protection that offers you, your workplace offers you, the protection that employees have, the protection that employers have. Like you can't just get fired from work. You have like paid leave, you have vacations. Like for me, those things are what contributes to like a full life, to be honest. Another point I'm going to talk about right now is the language, right? I feel like most Nigerians will not want to come to France because of French language. I think that's the only reason. Because if Nigerians could speak French, trust me, Nigerians will be in France. I always say to anybody, quote me anywhere, if Nigerians could speak French, Nigerians will not go to Canada. Nigerians will not go to UK. Nigerians will come to France. And I'm telling you, quote me anywhere. That's the truth. Because I feel like the only reason why Nigerians will not come to France is because we do not want to learn French. And this has been an issue from back in the days, from back in secondary school. People that schooled in Nigeria, we always played during our French classes. We never took our French teachers serious. And when your French teacher is teaching in the class, people will not pay attention. Even now that we are older, when we hear French is one kind of language that Nigerians consider funny. Like, I mean, the language is nice, but I feel like Nigerians generally don't take French serious, except it comes to a point where it has to do with something that, maybe your job or your profession or something before we get serious with it. But Nigerians will never say they want to learn French. I don't know why. It's just a thing. And I know that Canada also offers like this. So, in terms of healthcare, for me, I think France just makes much more sense because I mean the healthcare is very accessible. It's free if you have your insurance, and I think for me, it just makes more sense. And in terms of location, guys, I didn't even mention. I think France is just a country that is close to everywhere. Like it's close to a lot of countries in Europe. So tomorrow I can just decide that, oh my God, I miss Portugal. I want to go to Portugal, and Portugal is just 2 hours away from France. There are a lot of countries you can have access to. Portugal, Spain, like I said, they're all close to France, and you can easily have access to them within just an hour or two. And I think that just makes sense to me, honestly. And that also contributes to the rich social life that you can build while living in France as a Nigerian. Being able to travel, being able to just like take time off work and just pack your bags and go somewhere. I think that contributes to a balanced social life. For me, I think that makes so much sense. So I hope that with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you that I would always choose France over Canada any day and anytime. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about everything I've said. And yeah, I think I'm just going to bring this video to a close. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please click on the subscribe button below, subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.